There are brands who get it because they were birthed out of the culture. So it's easy. It's part of the fabric of who they are. It's the fabric of the leadership, from the decor to the offices to how they show up and present. It is very much infused in who they do. It's easy. It's second nature. It's what they live and die by. I think organizations that struggle are the ones that have nothing to do with culture, never really seen it, don't have representation, don't, as Aaron Walton says, don't face the world the way it faces them. That's a huge point. They're the ones that have to jump in these moments to get a bump or a hit or to seem relevant, but at the end of the day, they aren't infused. The reason why Tristan Walker did well with Bevel is the product was designed from the ground up, reflective of the culture, in particular at the beginning of this massive beard movement. Let's take it a la
Yeah.
James Harden, and said dudes like him need a solution, and there will be more like him and Rick Ross if I create product that makes it a staple. So his product design and development is based from the beginning ground up. That's why success is imminent. What you find is organizations that aren't high touch, aren't a part of it, or just in categories where it's not really infused with it, so they don't know how to be relevant. And there are ways that they can be around it and participate and be somewhat agnostic, but they are not the voice of the culture. You see snack brands between your Cheetos, your Doritos that keep a place on it and flirt with it. At the end of the day, there may be nothing sexy about the ingredients, but they're looking at the culture of food and tasting and snacking, what's driving it, to be around it as a participant. All they want to do is be part of the live stream and storyline. They don't have to be the star. They just want to be part of the live stream. I think what a lot of people aren't doing is looking at product and service design at its base level and picking a lane that they should live in. They're just kind of anywhere and everywhere. The other thing, the reason why people can't orient around culture is what I call the competing identities. There's the identity of the organization when it was founded, the forefathers or forewomen, whatever you want to call it. There's the identity of the people running it now. There's the identity of what the consumer says you should be. And those are competing identities. And what people can't figure out is, who are we supposed to be? Because the people on the wall, for the reason we have a job, even though they're no longer here, that is who we're trying to take true in the doctrine. But we represent a new populace of thinking, but is that really acceptable? And how do we thread the line? And the consumer is saying we're supposed to be this person over here. And we don't even know what that really even means. And you can see that play out in the struggles of just mastering social media and the fact that everyone's still looking wonky around things like TikTok. So that's the problem, the struggle with the whole thing of cultural adoption, is the competing identities at an organization first that can't figure out their true North Star of who they're supposed to be, to then look at culture and say, where is our lane? Where can we win? Where can we be rooted? Or even in a rebirth, now be better grounded. And look, you can see brands like Ciroc have to find a new footing in culture because of things that have happened with Sean Combs. And look, that's a transition they will make because that brand will probably live another 300 years. But that's one of those things like, okay, we have to paint a new North Star, and what are we going to now tie ourselves to based on our original aspiration when the brand was originally created? We leverage this season. It got us 30 years, 20 years. Now we have to move into a new season. But liquor brands, alcohol and beverages have an opportunity to be more fluid, move with greater fluidity, because they almost act like record labels at times. They act like they're breaking a new pop star,
That's just,
so
I
they
cannot
can jump
even,
into
this
it.
is